In this video, I'm going to show you how to revise your listings. There are many ways to get to your listings. This is just one of the ways. But if you go up here to listings and go to view and revise your listings, you left click on the little pencil icon. Now keep in mind, it only shows your active on market listings. So if you have another status, hit the drop down box, select that status and click on search to the right and it'll pull up your other statuses. So I'm going to left click on this little pencil icon. And in here, this is where you can make your changes. So the first thing we're going to look at is listing information. So this is where you can make all your general changes. Now keep in mind, anything that obligates or commits a seller gets something signed by the seller, whether it's modification of terms. We have a generic form in the MLS under links, and documents called a status change. It's kind of an all-purpose form, but it has a place for the broker and the seller to sign. But any of these fields here, you can make changes to. So you'll make all your changes and then just hit submit at the top left to save them. Now you have the ability to change your map pin placement. So if your listing is not coming up on the interactive map or the radius search, just left click on this link and you can change it to the satellite view and drag this little pin. And wherever you place it, that's going to update your longitude and latitude information, and just hit save. Open house. So you have the ability to pick a virtual currently, but normally you would have the ability to do either a live one or a virtual one. And you just fill out these boxes here and hit save, and these get syndicated out to the internet. Same with brokers opens. So currently we're only allowing virtual, but you'll have the ability to actually do a physical one in the near future. But again, you fill out the items in red, hit save at the top, and agents can actually search those. So you can go to here to searches, click on brokers open or open house to find out the available properties. Marketing option dates. This is for our MLS forum. The first Thursday of each month, we offer the ability to do a pitch as well as it has an educational piece to it. But you hit this drop down box and you'll select that property pitch and you can put in comments if you like. But once you hit save, during the meeting we pull up that list and we'll show all the photos while you're pitching it to the group. And that's free of charge. Virtual media. So if you have some URLs that you'd like to have people view, you're allowed to place 2 unbranded and 2 branded versions. Unbranded means we just want to see the house. The branded version means you can actually be part of that virtual tour. So you can talk, you can have your for sale sign, company logos, you can have all your contact information. So that's the difference between branded and unbranded. And you would just hit save after you put in the URL. And uploading pictures, Rapatoni offers a really in-depth video on that, so I'm going to skip that, but make sure you watch that video. Upload and attach documents. So you can actually attach documents to your listing. So you just click on this link here, hit upload, and then you're just going to browse or choose your file. Select one of the options down here and you have a generic one called other if you need it, and then just type in the description and hit save. And that's how you can add a document to your listing. Now your lockbox, you can click on Supra Assign Lockbox. You're going to go ahead and put in that serial number, the shackle code that releases the shackle, and hit save. And then after you've done that, within the MLS, you could say, show me all the activity of that lockbox. Now, showing time, if you click this link, you can check the box that says allow online showings. And then when people are on the full detail, below the little film strip, you'll have a little icon here that says showing time. People can click that icon and schedule showings through it, and you can communicate via email and give approval for showings. Now on your full detail, you can always hit revise listing. This is another way to get to your listing and make changes. Now, status information. This is where you can make all your status changes. You also have an expiration date. So sometimes if it's grayed out under listing information, this is your workaround. Just change the expiration date and hit save. Now, active status means free and clear of all offers available for showing. If you cannot show it, you can certainly put make offers subject to interior inspection in your showing instructions or agent remarks. And it's very helpful when you add other information like there are tenants, you're doing cleanup inside. But again, if you want active, that means you still want to take offers, you're still showing that property. Active under contract means you still want to show it, but you're only taking backup offers. Now, midnight of the expiration date, all active under contract, and withdrawn properties, yes, they will all expire. So again, active under contract, withdrawn properties will expire midnight of the expiration date. Now you have to hit pending before you can go to sold. So we're going to go ahead and check pending. Pending date turns red, so we're going to go ahead and select that date and hit save. We calculate days on market from the listing date to the pending date, so you cannot, skip it. You cannot go from active directly to sold. So we're going to go back here to status information, and if it has not expired and it fell out of escrow, you can go here to active. Now, if you don't have a successful cancellation of escrow, you can go to active, but please include subject to cancellation or previous escrow in your agent-only remarks. So we're going to go here to sold, and these lease options, this is for the residential lease and commercial lease. So you wouldn't go to sold on those particular properties. And canceled listing, you need to have permission from the broker and the seller. So you'll need a cancellation form with both signatures on that in order to cancel a listing. So we're going to go here to sold. We're going to put in the selling date, selling price, were there concessions? If so, what were they, dollar-wise? And then a description. So it could be buyer's closing cost, financing the buyer used, and then will the buyer be living in the home? Now down here, it's whoever represented the buyer. They're called the selling agent. We go ahead and left click on this icon. And if you do not know the person's name, you just type in the first few letters. If you know their code, just put that in there and go ahead and hit select, and that's going to autofill that information. And then just hit save at the top left, and you are done.